What's up, guys? Today we are just going to go over a vehicle we just finished a swap on. It's a 99 Jeep Wrangler. We don't have a lot of video, or really any video, of us building the Jeep, so it's kind of after the fact. The customer's coming to pick it up today in a couple hours, so I guess we'll go over what we all used on the swap, what worked for us, what wasn't working for us. We had quite a few little hiccups with this thing, getting parts and whatnot from the old Corona, so we had to make a lot of things work, and actually found some things that worked better for us for these Jeep swaps in the process. But let's go out here and take a look what we got going on. So this is a 2005 Escalade 6-liter, and again, like another swap we just recently did, it has the LS3 intake manifold. So we use the adapter plates to get that thing on there. It uses the 92 mil cable throttle body. Using the stock injectors still, stock truck coils. We're using a truck accessory drive with the truck alternator and power steering pump. We are using a new 4-cylinder Jeep power steering line, actually bolted right to the back of the pump, so that made that easy. We're using a Northern radiator with a Durrell fan on the back. Because it's been so hot here lately, we actually put a pusher on the front to help with the heat with the AC on, because it does run a bit warm with the AC on sitting in traffic. We're using a Holley high mount accessory drive for the AC. It's a regular Sandin 508 compressor with some custom lines that we made to fit to the factory dryer that we relocated and made a little bracket for. We are running a Holley terminator on this, where we mounted in the factory location where the factory computer was, and then integrated it into the factory chassis harness. We're using Patriot LS3 style headers that have been ceramic coated. The ceramic booted spark plug wires that we use a lot on pretty much everything that's got headers on it, because they won't burn. Holley harness, obviously, it came with the terminator. That's pretty much it. I mean, that kind of goes over the motor. Like I said, 2005 Escalade. The drivetrain is AX15 from a 6-cylinder Jeep. Transfer case is also the transfer case out of a 6-cylinder Jeep. We're using adapters from Novak to mount the transmission to the engine. Actually, we're using basically a big block Chevrolet bell housing that adapts to a piece from Novak that adapts the AX15 to that, then to the trans. It's a standard big block Chevrolet clutch, and we're using a Novak slave cylinder. So that made everything bolt together nicely. Sorry if you're gonna get sun here in a second. Sun's just coming up. It's bright and early this morning, trying to get this thing ready to go for the customer. We had to lengthen the front drive shaft, shorten the rear drive shaft. We're using a slip yoke eliminator kit for the rear drive shaft, and I think that pretty much covers everything about the engine part of it, drivetrain part. It's a factory fuel tank with aeromotive pump in line, or in the tank, with traditional Corvette filter like we use on everything as the fuel filter and fuel pressure regulator for the swap. And let's go in the inside here quick, show you what we got going on, because we did some custom stuff there as well. Alright, I'm in the truck now. As you can see, we have the new Holley dash. Customer wanted to get rid of his stock cluster and go to this dash, and every time I put these things in, I get a little more impressed with all the functionality that you can do with the gauge and all the stuff you can show. I mean, even down to little details like the turn signals, the high beam. In this particular car, we're using the Holley GPS for the speed. I got the cluster pretty dumbed down for the customer so he doesn't get too confused with all the different gauges, but there are about 10 different screens that you can do. It's pretty amazing. We're using the input-output adapter that adds about 16 pins or 14 pins that you can do all kinds of stuff with. It's pretty amazing. B&M shifter coming out the factory hole, nothing too you know, crazy there. We did have to move it back a little bit. It was actually moved forward. The whole swap kind of moved forward. But other than that, it's, you know, pretty basic in here, just like regular old Jeep. Came out really nice. The dash is really cool. Yeah, it's awesome. We did a 2-inch dual 2.5-inch exhaust in here. I guess I didn't really say that. The customer wanted that, so it does have a true dual exhaust that we built for it. That's pretty much the whole rundown of everything that we did. It seems like we did a lot more than that, but about 3 to 4 weeks I think it took us for this one. I mean, we ran into, like I said, a lot of stuff with the whole COVID thing and not getting parts, and parts that didn't fit, parts that came in wrong boxes that were supposed to be in the correct box, blocked heater core, typical TJ stuff. But that's it. If you guys got any questions on this swap, or you got another swap that you got questions on, you know, feel free to hit us in the comments. If you like this video, if you want to see more, like, subscribe, and we'll be back with another one. See you guys later.